All right, here we go. Getting ready to lag. Red overall rules. Races 7 BCA. Jeff Wilkins 354. Jim Weaver 360. Jim hit his a little too hard. Jeff hit his way under. So it looks like Jim's going to be breaking. It is 8 ball, so it's going to be rack your own. Make sure if you jump on the stream, you share it on your Facebook pages, get it out there. Let everybody know.
All right, folks, here we are. This is Jim Weaver, racking and breaking the first game. And he is the owner of the Dutch, our home bar. And Jeff works for King Beverage, so he, they have a close relationship. They're playing for 200 in the middle, and more importantly, bragging rights. So these guys are playing a race of 7. It is BCA rules, so 8 ball breaks do not count as a win or a loss. So had that 8 gone in, he would have the option to spot, keep shooting, or re-rack and break again. It looks like he's opting to play. Well, he didn't make 8, so he's playing solids, and as you can see, big trouble balls right there for both guys. So we'll see how this develops.
Sorry guys, Rich and I are trying to get our color scheme set up so you can actually see our lines if we're drawing anything. But as you can see, Jeff's at the table. Jim missed, so Jeff stripes. And Jeff's in a little bit of a bad spot. He doesn't have a whole lot of shots. We got the 13 ball. But stripes are not playing good right now, so this is going to be a tough one. He makes a great shot. Doesn't leave himself a whole lot here. I'm just kind of rolling with it. Got the 10 opened up. He's got a shot on the 9, but looks like it's going to be a tough back cut. Let's see what he comes with here.
Well, looking at the chat over there, I see Kelly Smith in there. I agree, it should be a good match. And he says the Smith family is rooting from the couch tonight. Good to have you guys with us.
how are we sounding out there, Smith family? And Kelly, I like that you switched your name from I'm a dude to early 8. Fits you probably a little more than the other one does, because the other one was still iffy.
Okay, those of you that might be new to the stream, you can see the back wall there, the banner has some sponsors on it. And then you see the sponsored by box here on the top left with local businesses going through there. Those are paid sponsors. And I will do a shout out to them here probably after this game during their racking portion. But we do have a pile of people here in the Dutch watching this match. Lots of family, friends. But I posted the links to the BFS Facebook page, shared it on my own. So if you're watching, feel free to share the link with anybody. Both these guys are pretty well known, longtime Pool League members. And like I said, Jim owns the Dutch, so he's been around a while. So we're on the quiet side, huh? I'm going to try moving the microphone closer to my mouth, see how that works.
Jim was making a good run there. Shot that. Tried to get back a little bit for the 6 and ended up missing it. So just got an opportunity here. Jim wandered on over. He's standing over my shoulder looking at the screen, seeing how everything's working. So
check to see if you're cheating for me.
See if we're cheating for him. I'm not sure I'd be cheating for you if I weren't cheating there, buddy. Jeff made a really good shot there. He's gonna wanna try to get this 2 ball to come back out this direction here. It's probably gonna come more at an angle like this, which is fine. But he wants to try to get to where he can draw down and get pretty straight on that 14. Pocketed the ball, just came up short.
Yeah, it was on that line you drew. But yeah, he did hit a little soft. So he put himself in a tough position now. I think his best bet is to try to cut that 14 ball right here. But the danger in that is coming off this 8 and potentially scratching, which definitely don't want to do that with only 3 balls left on the table for Jim. It looks like he's up to take the 15. Well, he missed it. Didn't leave Jim a ton of easy shots. He's got to come with one to start with. If he could see this, that would be a good shot to open with. If he could draw real well and come down this way. You can play the 3, but you don't want to draw to come out. You don't want to play forward and go into that. Rearrange that furniture because you could come out really bad in that. And as I say that, it looks like he's stroking just above center. And that's exactly what I mean. So he went a little forward on that instead of drawing it, pulling it this way. He kind of decelerated on the draw stroke. So he went forward, and then he pocketed his 4 ball, and then the cue ball come off and hooked him on his last ball. So this is big here. He's going to want a hit. I think the even better way to go would be this way versus going this way, just because there's a lot of range in here coming up that first rail. So basically, you do the mirror. So you got this, the nose of the rail to the 6 ball, and then you mirror it the distance. And so this would be kind of your aiming point. So right here, the cue ball would come off, and it would hit that. And we'll see what he's looking at here. But he absolutely needs to hit this.
So what you're saying, Rich, is you're not really shooting this trying to pocket this 6 ball ball. You're just trying to kick at it to leave the cue ball down at the center of the table.
Yeah, I think that would be leaving it, as difficult as possible. It looks like he's going real low on this. He's going to come into here somewhere. Yeah.
Drawn away. So if I was Jeff, I would put the cue ball down here, shoot this, and follow the cue ball down for that.
Yeah, that would definitely be the ideal way.
The other option would be to put the cue ball somewhere like right here. Cut this in with just a little bit of angle and have the cue ball come this direction. Now you're cutting in and you're making it more difficult. So it looks like he's going with the first option, the correct way.
And came up a little short on that. He wanted to be more in here so he could just follow it forward right into this area or even draw it. He could draw this, but you're going to have to stun it pretty good, and it's going to clip the edge of that 8. Ooh, got the friendly double kiss on the 8 ball to hold it there. Worked out great, and we could have our first win here with Jeff getting on the board, 1-0. And just like that, he's there. Good job.
Yeah, that was a really good out. And one thing I like about both these guys so far is they're playing with a really good pace. They're not playing super slow. They're playing, not super fast. They're playing a little bit of methodical, cool, taking a look at everything. But lots of times, when you get into these pressure situations, they shoot either really fast or really slow. So really encouraging to see, especially in the first game. It's always the first game jitters. It's good to see them playing with a good pace. They're both making good shots. Just Jim got a little unfortunate there, and then Jeff capitalized. So 0 Jeff. Good job.
All right, so Jeff's rack and break. He can breathe a little easy. Got the first game, so he's got the lead. I doubt you'll see either of these guys be under pressure. They're both really good friends, basically like family. So no matter the score, they're going to both have a good time. He hit the ball pretty square, and I thought that 14 was going to fall, but it decided to sit on the edge. And on a few of the other tables in here, that 14 would have fallen. But this particular table and our table number 3 are both deep shelf tables. And what I mean by that is this ledge in here in the pocket sits a little deeper than the other tables. So balls that rattle tend to stay there. Whereas on the other tables, they can rattle a little bit and still fall. So Jim is at the table with an open and it's open, and so it looks like he's up to shoot the 11 on the side. Ooh. But point to come out. He didn't have the greatest shots next had he made that. But now Jeff comes to the table and it's open yet again and does not have a great starter. So we'll see what he opts to do here.
Yeah, both suited balls are not laying good at all. I think, I would say solids are probably laying a little bit better, even though the 14 ball is blocking that pocket for the 2-6. It's fairly easy to shoot that 2 or the 6 dead center into that ball without hammering it and getting that ball to follow in. If it doesn't, you can always just take the pocket as well. The rest of the solids look fairly decent. It's going to be a long game though because there's a lot of clustered stuff up in this area. It's going to be tough to work out.
Well, he attempted to cut that one on the side, managed to catch a point hanging, but as you see, the 2 ball went over there and bumped the 14 there. But that wasn't a called shot, so the table is still open, and Jim comes to the table playing a combo. Did not play the best shape from that shot, but he did make it. I think in this particular position, an advanced player might just give this little tap and mark the cue ball right there. But the players in this range have a tendency to go for everything, play very aggressive pool. Sometimes it works, but sometimes it doesn't. But when you have 2 of them playing each other, then you're going to see lots of offense.
Yeah, in all fairness, if he would have made that combo right there, he would be sitting fairly decent. Everything's pretty open right now for both of them. So that cluster I was talking about opened up really quick. I think Jeff has to cut the 9 here. I mean, you do have the option of playing and bumping down into this ball here and leaving the cue ball behind that 15, but
so one of the regulars in here, she came up to us and handed us this $5 scratch ticket. She said she's been handing them out today to everybody. Pretty nice of her. Nice act of kindness. You win up for 50 grand, Josh. One of us might just hit this sucker.
So Jeff had to pause there for a second to double check the rules because he shot that ball into the side, missed it, but then the cue ball came up and hit it again and knocked it in, which is a legal shot. It's a legal pocketed ball. It was a legal hit, and that's the pocket he called, so he gets to continue shooting. He doesn't necessarily like his options here, but he's still at the table, so he has an option to play safe or something. He could either flip this 9, send it to the rail, and back out, and have the cue ball come down into this direction. If he wants to. I love it. We went for the bank there. It was a tough shot, but he got pretty fortunate because he ended up getting his cue ball into a really good spot here and didn't really leave the shot. So Jim's going to have to try to come up with a return safe back. Unless he can play that 2 off of the 1 into the side. I think that's pretty difficult to throw from that angle.
So Josh and I, we just ordered milkshakes in a bar, mind you. But they do have them here now. So I've been pushing it on the website and everything else. So definitely give it a go when you're here.
So Jim was a little bit more up on that 15 than I thought. So he had to try to kick at it. He unfortunately went right between the 3-5. So Jeff has ball in hand here. I like what he's thinking, starting with these balls down here. they're a little more specific shapes, so you can work this out. I mean, I think right here you have an option. You can roll the 15 in here, leave the cue ball on this side, and play this ball back over there. But I would probably shoot the other ball first. What do I know though? Makes a good shot. Got shape. If he shoots this with center high, the cue ball should be able to travel off in this direction. And if it does, then that'll leave him the 13 aside and the 10 to be able to come off the end rail and back out this way for the 8. Well, that's what he tried. Just missed the ball is all. So he's thinking, picking a good route, making a good run. Just missed the ball is all. It happens. Jim's problem is the 2 ball. Only because it's the hardest ball to play shape to without leaving yourself a thin cut for the cue ball has to fly around. Looks like the 7 passes the 6. Just stun this in and leave the cue ball center table. Oh, wow, made a great shot there. I like how Jim's stroking the ball. He's not just being tentative. He's not hitting it soft. He's shooting everything with intent, which is what you want to do. He's trying the right thing there. Try to come back and forth off the 6. Just missed the ball. Left Jeff in a pretty good spot, though. So, I think if I was Jeff, I would want to shoot this in, and I'd want to try to leave my cue ball in this area and then cut this ball in. Cue ball will come off and come right back up table this way. Because the 10 ball is easiest to get shape to the 8. Just like that. It's a great shot. Super impressed with the way both these guys are playing. They're both picking some pretty good patterns. It's easy to overrun this one, though. You might want to hit it with some speed and go all the way to the end rail and back out. Yeah, sometimes when you try to hold shape and try to hit it and just try to stay down in this range here, you tend to not put a good stroke on the ball. It's kind of like Jeff did right there. That's why I hit it a little thick. Once again, that 2 ball is going to be the problem.
Yeah, may need to bump that camera up when they're standing on that far side. It kind of cuts their heads off. I may have to adjust that one for the next one, maybe. I'm not going to mess with it now.
Yeah, I mean, we want to see their pool game. We don't want to see them, though, right?
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Not like they're pretty or anything. Especially this one. Look at that. Jim playing safety. My goodness. He's learning. So he left jab to cut on that 12 ball this way. Nothing easy, but it does give a chance at natural shape. Come off the rail like this. Cue ball stuck to the rail. I mean, top spin's about all you got.
Yeah, I was just going to say that most people will overcut that ball because they're cutting it past the 8. And whether they plan on it or not, subconsciously, they'll end up overcutting it because they're cutting it away from the 8 ball.
Yeah, this is the wrong starting goal, I think. I would play the pool to the side. Kind of bump cue ball. I would say bump it out, kind of like in this area. But, preferences. So he's going to roll this up and attempt to leave himself shape to the 8 here, is what I'm guessing.
Or he'll just put a really good stroke on it and have the cue ball come off the rail and come back down this way. Just missed it. I threw out that coming back down table because as of late I've seen Jim doing that a lot more than I used to, putting a big stroke on the ball, trying to play shape for other spots, which is a good thing. But he decided to lay up there like Rich mentioned. Left Jim or left Jeff tough shot. I mean, it's long, a little bit of a back cut, shape to the next ball. That's easy. So it's not just a give me.
Oh no, it would be his option to move it back or leave it back.
Missed it. Jim's probably gonna have to do the same thing. Gonna have to play this 2 ball into this pocket here. And the 2 ball come off like this, up this way, and play the 8 into this side.
Yeah, and if he overrolls a little bit, he can play the corner as well. What really works for Jim right now is both of Jeff's balls are laying neutral. Aside from being really close to the 8, that's actually not bad. You know, it's kind of a little tap, but the downside is it's right there with the stripes that are neutral.
I would have never bet he'd be shooting that into this corner pocket from the beginning. But yeah, take what the table gives you sometimes. Good try. Left Jeff tough though. But the good thing for Jeff is the 8 ball moved into a neutral spot.
I can tell you, he plays that very quickly. And he has that tendency, as we learned when he subbed with us for pinball. But the 8 ball laying neutral, and by neutral I mean not in front of a pocket or somewhere out in the open. It's going to be a tough shot. Gives Jeff a lot of options here.
What a great shot.
Yeah,
but this is a great shot. This is another one of those spots where I'm mentioning that 8 balls in a neutral spot. I mean, even if he drills this bank, the only way for him to get shape is if he shoots it hard, just cinch it. Josh, I like a bunch of high English.
Yeah, the good shot would be to tap it and lay right here for a safety. Force Jim into a kick. The reason why the safety was a better shot is because even if you make it, you don't leave yourself anything. And so the safety would have been the better of the 2 shots. However, like I said, at this level, aggressive is more the tendency. And now he did leave Jim a tough big shot, which he missed. And now Jeff has good opportunity here to go 2-0. Hold the sit, nothing fancy. Just like that, gave himself a nice bump, come back out. Great shot. A lot of people would have just tried to roll forward like into here, but he played it the best way, I think. Just give it a little pop, force it back out. Oh, no. Unbelievable. He shot that kind of fast.
Yeah. Shot it fast.
However, I believe that 8 ball is above the point, so it's actually a super thick cut. It's not just an easy bump. So the potential just bumps point, even sitting right there, is here. You need to hit this very thin. And that's exactly why. And maybe a commentator's curse. Now Jeff takes doubles up his lead 2-0, and now it is Jim's rack and break. Okay, while we have a minute here, I'm going to run through our little sponsors here. So you'll see Screen Effects. They offer hand-pulled screen printing and embroidery. They are locally owned and operated, high-quality products. I've been pleased with all the trips I've had them make for Lincoln City and Vegas. You can get a hold of them through their Facebook page or call 509-607-9307. And of course, Volution Fitness, 24/7 gym, 5 locations, 4 in Yakima, 1 in Sela. They offer personal training, group classes, and nutrition coaching. You can stop by any one of their locations, become a member anywhere on the spot locations or the website, volutionfit.com, or their Facebook page. And then there's ACH, which is Arredondo Custom Hauling. They've been moving freight across the PNW for over 18 years. They specialize in flatbed and maxi flatbed work, and they take pride in getting the job done right. So for any of your hauling needs or questions you may have, please call Ryan at 509-760-8518, or Robert at 509-855-6736. And then you have the PNW Design Fab. They do custom metalwork and installs. Their services include everything up to but not limited to gates, handrails, stairs, personal or business signs, truck beds, and more. Bring them your idea and they will bring it to life. For any questions, call 509-952-3004 or visit them on the web at pnwdesignandfab.com. And then our latest one is Gary Bradley Trucking. They're locally owned and operated as well, and they haul local agricultural products, primarily fruit, throughout the PNW and beyond. So they are a very integral part to our agricultural businesses around the valley. And of course, our home bar, the Dutch. It's open 365, Sunday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to midnight. Friday and Saturday, it's 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. They have a full kitchen and bar, daily lunch and dinner specials. And there's a bunch of new drink specials, cold brew, milkshakes, flavored Red Bulls. You can get all that here. You can get everything to go, including cocktails. For you pool enthusiasts, they have 5 7-foot diamonds, all in fantastic shape, as you can see here. And there is an expansion in the works. And if you like to play pull tabs, they have the largest pull tab selection in Central and Eastern Washington. Largest payouts as well. And they have a free guest Wi-Fi that you can get from the bartender with password, but I can tell you it's their phone number. And if you want to do any kind of events here, you can set up reservations for that. And you can get a hold of them through their Facebook or stop in or call 509-452-7960. So thank you to all our sponsors who do what you do.
Now, Rich, you mentioned the good food here at the Dutch.
Yeah.
Now, I think everybody that knows the Dutch that has been here knows how good the food is. But what about breakfast? You mentioned lunch and dinner.
Yes, they do have a great breakfast menu, and breakfast you can have anytime, day or night. There is no cutoff anymore. And as far as the hours of Sunday through Thursday being 8 a.m. to midnight, come September 1st, that's going to go back to normal, so that 7 days a week it'll be 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. It takes long to drink that milkshake, Josh.
I like milkshakes. So now back to the pool. Jim made a great break. He was shooting. He got a little funny on the ball on the side and ended up getting bad to the 6. So then he tried to cut the 5. Didn't make it. Jeff had a chance at the table. But, Jim just got another chance at it and had a tough cut on the 6. Missed it. And now Jeff's got another opportunity here to get out. He's taking his time. He's got a decent layout. He hit that one a little soft. Got a little funny. I'd like to have seen him focus more on getting shaped to the 10 or the 11 instead of just pocketing the ball.
You see, Lonnie in the chat there mentions good food. Lonnie, those that know, is a longtime pool player around the valley, upper and lower. Well, this week he's in Hawaii Fort Worth, and he's tuning in from over there. So, hi, Lonnie. What's up, buddy? Hope you're enjoying the sunshine over there.
Hawaii. Alright. Jeff needs to cut this ball into here and have the cue ball come like this. It wants to be in this range. Well, he hit it a little soft, and he's trying to hold shape. I'm sure you've heard us say it a lot. Is anytime you're trying to hold shape, especially on cut shots, it's really difficult. You typically end up holding around shape anyway. So it's better to just let your stroke out. Don't try to hold shape and play shape further around the table to this side.
So, what do you do here, Josh? Do you cut the 11 in the corner, or do you cut the 15 in the corner? Cutting the 11, you're going to cut it this way, whereas cutting the 15, you're going to cut it this way.
Well, first thing I would do is move the 11. And then I would cut the 11. Cut it. I would cut the 11 ball, and I honestly would have tried to have the cue ball come off in this direction. Down this way like this. I would have tried to hold it forward.
Luckily, the 11 ball come up and block the 6, so now it's a big problem for Jim.
Just going to move the rack for him. Pretty cool.
Jeff Me makes a valid point there in the chat. The rest of prime rib in town, Friday night and Saturday night. Very true. This last Friday and Saturday night, the dining area was jam-packed. Lots of prime rib going up.
And you got to take Jeff's word for it, because if anybody knows Jeff or has ever been friends with him on Facebook, that guy is all about the meat. And I'm talking about the steak, right, people? He's all about steak. He makes it for himself all the time. He eats it everywhere he goes. And he ain't lying. It's some of the best prime rib in town for sure.
And Matt Mitchell in the chat asking, who do you have set for the next match? I don't have anyone set up just yet. I do have a number of names that I got to work out. Pete asked me about doing a rematch with Marty, so I stopped talking to Marty about that, which I'm sure that can happen. And then your buddy Michael was asking to do another, so definitely want to get him involved again as well. But yeah, got a list of names that I gotta get arranged to work out. People from everywhere as well. You know, Spokane, Moses Lake. So there'll definitely be some more matches to put on the calendar. So Jim here has a cue ball stuck on a rail. Tough shot. And there's that shot you're talking about, Josh. That's a stroke out. Because that wasn't tough. I mean, that wasn't easy. And he made it nice, center pocket. Gave himself a chance.
Are you not drinking your milkshake? You're just going to let it go?
So, you know, these guys.
Wow, Jeff made a really nice bank shot there, but unfortunately scratched.
Yeah, no matter how you look at it, ever since they got down to these last couple balls each, they've both had awkward tables. This is literally the first time one of them has had a good opportunity to be able to win this game.
Yeah, see, for me, I would be starting on this side. For that reason, right there. Do not want to. You know, if it's starting from this way, then you come up like this. But him, you know, he could have been all right there too had he not used top, but. Oh no!
Returns the favor, gives Jeff an up. Oh, he just gave up the game. I don't think he realizes that's not a loss of game.
Oh, That's right, huh? BK, that's not allowed. But it is now. I should go remind him, just so he knows in case he does it again.
All about fun, Marty. Is that your middle name, bud?
All right, Marty. Okay, so I was confirming that you're in for the rematch. Okay, cool. So I'll get with you and Pete about it, and we'll get that scheduled out. I'm surprised you're not here. I mean, your bestie is playing.
Yeah, it's probably pretty smart though. I doubt Marty would have been able to hold his motions back down. He probably would have showed up with his cheerleader outfit. You know how Marty did. You know how Marty
Kind of like how the Minnesota Vikings did. But Jim likes that side pocket. Cue ball went in there again. I'm starting to wonder if my bets aren't curses. They're like jinx. Everybody I bet on loses. Not that this match is over, but you know. Can't say that it's over because the last match Marty was down 4-0 and then ran off the next 5 and then ultimately won the match 7-5. So not over till it's over.
Yeah, I think Jeff has to start with the 2 ball here. Has to get that out of there. But I think the problem is that 5's in a bad spot and the 3's in a worse spot. Now he would be able to take care of it if he gets where he leaves the cue ball in an area like here after shooting the 4 or the 1 and cross banks the 5 over here has the cue ball run down into this, open that up. The other reason I'm saying that is that's extremely aggressive, but I think he's probably more focused on getting out right here than playing any safeties.
Yeah, I don't know that Jeff would just play a stop shot here on the 2 and play bank shape.
Yeah, I get that. I'm just looking at you got to do something with the 3 ball. And if I'm going to be banking the 5, I'd rather be banking it so I can open the 3 than not. But the problem is right here is he drew back a little bit, so now he left himself this bank, but this is a tough bank.
I don't know if he was playing shape for that bank or if he was choosing it because he can't see the 4 down. That was actually a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, with the angle he had, it was difficult to make that one.
Kelly's in there saying Jay-Z versus Mitchell. Well, both of those guys have done quite a few PFS matches, so I'm trying to look around, see what else we can do. And Lonnie says it's 85 degrees in Hawaii and no full table yet. Well, you're not looking hard enough. Hawaii's an island, but it ain't that big. I'm sure you could Google somewhere. But then again, you are in Hawaii. So, I mean, lots of other things you can do.
Well, yeah, he's also there for work too, so he's probably exhausted the other day. Doesn't want to go trouncing around trying to find the balls. Probably gonna spend time looking around and stuff. You look around at some of the sites and stuff.
I would just spend time on the beach. Just chill out there, relax, take a nap, whatever.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be there for work because you're retired.
Huh?
Did you win on your scratch off?
I don't know. I hate scratching. So get it out on your phone.
Do what I did. That's all I did.
Oh,
Scratch the bottom part. I'll scan
did you
it.
win?
Of course I didn't win. If I won, it'd be in my pocket, and I'd have told you I lost, and then I'd cash it later.
Now that you're checking mine, I'll know how to react.
This free ball's going to get opened up right here.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he took that shot, really.
Well, I think he was actually probably trying to get a safe there and get his ball out of there, which wasn't the wrong idea. Just ended up not executing it how he probably planned it. But, even with that said, Jeff's still got a lot of work to do. I mean, he'd probably have to play this 3 off the 10 at the side. Or he can cut it to the corner. He was good at shooting those to the corner, too. Watched him do one a little bit ago. Tried it aside, just missed the 10 ball. The 12 or whatever that strike was.
Well, I think that scratch ticket wasn't a winner, so I guess I'll still be here tomorrow.
Even if you won, you'd be here tomorrow anyways.
Depends on how much I won. I might be on a beach somewhere. Sure it wouldn't be on our coastline.
You going and finding Lonnie?
No.
Well, if Jim shoots this 13 ball into the corner, cue ball would come down here and open this. It looks like he's playing the 11.
I did ask him if he needed an assistant to handle tools. Apparently he didn't.
Yeah, he was just probably worried about which tool you're wanting to handle. So it looks like the 3 and the 12 are opened up now. Jeff's going to have an open shot and use the 3 to get shaped to something, or probably play the 1 or the 4. We've got options. I think they're all not straightforward. So
I think he probably shoot the 1 ball. Just because the cue ball goes to the rail and back down and give himself an option on all 3 of his other balls. Just going to go to the 4.
that was a good shot.
That, yeah, decent speed, nice fit.
Yeah, that was a really good shot. I was thinking the 1 as well, but when he lined up for that 4, I could see the route it was going to go. I'm like, well, this is actually a pretty good little chance here. The key is going to be not just pocketing these last 3 balls, but getting shaped to the 8 as well. Hit it a little thick.
Yeah. This will bring Jim back to the table. Jim's got in that position where he needs to get out and win a game, get on the board.
Yes, sir. All right, here's where you draw back a little off the 11, shoot the 13 aside, the 10 in the bottom left corner, the 9 in the top right corner, and the 8 ball in the bottom left.
And Matt, if I remember right, did we talk about the Scotch triples. Your 9-ball team from Lincoln City would be willing to play. I just got to find a Yakima team, the equivalent Fargo cap,
Nice shot, Jim.
to match up with you guys.
This is one of those spots where it can get difficult if he tries to hold shape.
Yeah.
Yep. In the midst of the
Okay,
ball.
definitely needed to go back and forth. That would have been easy. So now he's in trouble. I think here you go, 3-1-5-8. Oh, wow. Did not see that happening. This is a big opportunity for Jim here. Just top shot on this 11 will do. You can even draw it back just here. If you go forward, that's going to make this shot, the next shot, very difficult.
Did the old stun forward straight in on the side, so that'll work too.
He used the old top draw.
Yep. That was a Matt shot. Which one, Matt? The 3 in the side or the stop shot that moved 3 feet to the right? Or both?
Like I said, he definitely needs to get on the board here. Oh, little light. And it didn't block anything. So Jeff comes to the table with another great opportunity here. No, Matt, your shot was the slow roll, missed 8 ball. Yeah, so on this 1 ball, play there, roll forward, maybe even off the rail if you want into this area. That would allow for. Well, actually, let me clear that line. He's not much of a spin shooter. Natural angle. I think. It just depends on his angle he gets from here. All right, it's doable. So now a spin shooter would come this way to spin and come down this way. But he has an angle here. Looks like I don't know. Let's see. Well, he's got to look. It's a spin cut. I think if he plays that into the rail cue ball this way, he could have gained down. Not impossible. Oh. Well, let me see something here. I gotta watch this replay.
Why don't you
You will come back
because
through
there's
what the 9 was.
I'll look at the replay of it real quick.
Okay, folks, so as you saw, he did bump the 9 after a shot, so I was watching the replay as to where the 9 was originally sitting. Because if the cue ball goes up there and passes through where the cue ball was, then that would be a foul. But after further review, it did not pass through the 9 ball's original position, so that's still okay. Jeff takes a commanding 4-0 lead, so Jeff's going to need to do his thing here. Start chipping away at this. Kind of basically pulling Marty, so to speak. Well, Marty, let's hope you're not watching this in your underwear eating Cheetos.
Might get a little loud in here. They turn the jukebox up. But I feel like it's because Haley is playing this song for her man Jeff in this match. I'm positive, but I'm going to throw it out there. I don't see him start wiggling while he shoots.
Yeah, this must have some sort of meaning for them. With the bump music up so loud, particularly this song. If it's too loud for you viewers, let us know. I'm trying to muffle my mic at the moment, so hopefully you don't hear too much of the background. No Cheetos. Good.
That's not a beer can, that's Kelly.
So I talked to Jim a while back about commentary booth right there, Josh, on that table. That just kind of making a small enclosure around it so 2 people could fit in there. And that would be perfect, because then you wouldn't have the background noise. We'll see. There's a whole lot going on. So like I mentioned earlier, potential expansion. He's still in design phase and talking to the city and all that. But we're looking to get to 10 tables. So we'll see how well that goes. It'd be pretty cool. Have some pretty major tournaments. But in the meantime, we'll do the best we can. And speaking of tournaments, this weekend, starting Friday night, is the King of the Valley tournament. We have 23 out of 24 possible players, and I should be hearing from a couple more by before the end of the week to know if they're going to get in or not. But either way, it's going to go down. I'll do the draw Thursday night, and then I'll notify everybody as to when they play. Some will play Friday night, and then it'll pick back up Saturday morning. Yeah, King of the Valley is exactly that. So Upper and Lower Valley, Yakima Valley. So players have to be local in that sense. And Concho won it last year, and his name's up on the plaque. I made a custom plaque for the King of the Valley and Queen of the Valley. Dora Valdez won the Queen of the Valley last year, so her name's up there as well. Unfortunately, we did not get enough entries this year to have the Queen of the Valley, which would have been last weekend. But we do have enough for the men, so King of the Valley is going to happen. And this year, the first time, the champion not only wins a pile of money and gets their name added to the plaque, but there is a jacket that will be made for them as well.
Now to get back to this pool match real quick, Jim dry broke, and Jeff has been working out the forwards pretty well. He ended up blocking the 4 ball with the 15. He's going to here. I think this one and open that up. Oh, that's what he was trying to do. Man, if he would have made that 1 ball, he'd be sitting in a pretty good spot. But instead, Jim's up there now with all the strikes. You gotta put in some work. Get it down right away. Start with that 14 ball. Overcut it, but where he's in a good split Jeff in a tough spot is Jeff treetop, and it's tough to make the one and hit it with the speed and everything to come back over from before while being treetop. See how he pulls the shot off. It's a good shot, but ultimately missed the ball. It was a tough shot. It's always tough when you're shooting over a ball like that. It really makes it hard to stroke the ball properly. It makes it hard for your alignment. It makes it hard for the business side to actually see the line.
Yeah, one of the big things when you treetop is not to try to do too much. Pocket the ball. Now, why Jim is starting with the 15, I don't know. Could have started with the 15 and tried to play shape in the center of the table, give himself option on all the other balls, but instead he chose for a long shot. Probably not the best move, and now it leaves Jeff with a nice shot on the one. However, getting shape with the scoreboard would be difficult.
I think I would probably shoot this one ball in with a lot of low right and try to get my cue ball to spin off this direction. Come back out. But that's not easy. It's gotta put a really good stroke on the ball to be able to control that. It's not about hammering it hard, it's a matter of putting a good stroke to let the spin and catch and throw over there. But he's left in a bad spot, so he just went ahead and made the one and is gonna try to figure out what to do with the ball here.
Yeah, Matt, there's no 500 and under tournaments here. Not as of yet. But there is a couple of things in the works. Just kind of getting it all planned out.
Yeah, Oregon, some of the Oregon tournaments they run are often 500 and under. At least they used to be. They run some over on the west side of the mountains too. Over like Scratch Billiards or 15th Street Grill. They're always running different kinds of tournaments like that.
Yeah, and Michael Cho runs a lot of them over there at Midway in Oregon City. They're a pretty nice place to play.
Yeah, Jeff just went to, he didn't really have a shot, so he just tried to bank his four and put it in a better spot so if he gets another chance, he has a ball to shoot at. But yet again, Jim here is looking at harder shots instead of just taking the 15 ball. Sometimes you gotta shoot the easy shot to get shape on another ball to make each one of them easy instead of taking the long hard shot. But as I say, that he just drilled it.
Yeah, that's kind of though, if I miss it, my ball's blocking his ball kind of thing, but that's not a mentality I like to shoot with.
Well, he's got a good chance here to get out. The problem he does
and
is that
it definitely needs to now. This is still a major problem right there.
But,
The 10 ball is a big issue. It's not even an easy combo into the 15. 15 off the rail.
Jim shot that kind of fast.
Definitely going to see some action here. That 15 is going to move. And I don't know if it's far enough to go off the rail where that 4 can go rail ball in or not. We're going to find out, though.
I have a feeling that's all he's really got. The benefit of that is if it goes, he'll have a shot on the 8. If it doesn't go, unless he hammers, if it doesn't go, he's probably going to move that 15 into a bad spot. Jim will have the 10 and the 15 in bad spots. And that 4 ball will be sitting there pretty for Jeff.
Oh, man. How nice is that?
Great shot.
That was perfectly hit right there, folks. Rail 15, center pocket, and the perfect shape of this 8. We'll take a major 5-0 lead and a race to 7. Jeff could kind of free swing at anything with that 10 ball that was sitting right here on the rail. It's always going to be a nightmare for Jim. So great shot there, Jeff. And now this is his racket break. He breaks all the even number games. Jim breaks the odds. And while he's doing that, let me touch base on the sponsors again. So as you can see there in the sponsored by box, you'll see Screen Effects, which they do hand-pulled screen printing and embroidery work. They do a lot of great work, a lot of good shirts. They make all the Dutch swag as well. You can get a hold of them on their Facebook page or call 509-607-9307. And there's a link to them on the Dutch website as well. And then there's Volution Fitness. They're open 24/7 for your convenience. 5 locations, 4 in Yakima, 1 in Sela. And they offer personal training, group classes, and nutrition coaching. To become a member, just go to the site, any other sites, or you can visit their website, volutionfit.com, or reach out to them through their Facebook page. And then there's ACH, Arredondo Custom Hauling. They've been moving freight across the PNW for over 18 years. They specialize in flatbed and maxi flatbed work, and they take pride in getting the job done right. For any of your hauling needs or questions, you can call Ryan at 509-760-8518, or Robert at 509-855-6736. And then, of course, there's PNW Design Fab. They do custom metalwork and installs. Their services include everything up to but not limited to gates, handrails, stairs, personal or business signs, truck beds, and more. Bring them your idea and they will bring it to life. For any questions, please call 509-952-3004 or visit them on the web at PNWDesignandFab.com. And then, of course, there's the Gary Bradley Trucking, locally owned and operated. And they haul local agricultural products, primarily apples, local fruit, throughout the PNW and beyond. So they are a major role player in moving our agricultural products around. So thanks to all of them for being sponsors. And we do have a new banner in the works right now that will include Gary Bradley Trucking. As you can see right now, it's not on there, but you see the Budweiser Bud Light. They're on there because they are the ones who made our banner. And so they will be on there. And one that's added, that's not a paid sponsor, but they became a Dutch partner for tournaments, is the Comfort Suites. So the Comfort Suites over there on 40th and Fruitvale, they became a partner with the Dutch. So when we have major tournaments, they will offer a promo code, or you can let them know when you're booking that you're here for the Dutch, and that you will qualify for a pretty good discount on your room. No matter what else is going on in town or what price that weekend might be, you would still receive that nice discount. And one thing that's really nice, a couple things that's really nice about that hotel, aside from the breakfast every morning, but their swimming pool and their hot tub are open 24 hours. So tournaments run late, it's okay. You can still hit the hot tub or whatever for a half hour. And so whatever you need. Whereas most other hotels close at 10, they're open 24 hours. So you can enjoy yourself, relax. And as I'm talking there, Jeff busts out a nice end-to-end back bank. It's a great shot. And he's got shape to the back. So,
and you know, Rich, after the last couple long table bank shots I've seen you shoot, he'd ask Jeff after this match what he's doing. He center pocketed that.
Man, I missed one at the tournament last night. It's going to weigh on me.
Yeah, well, you know, fresh.
Yeah, and it did cost me.
Just been shooting pretty good here. Shooting a lot of good passes.
Constant throws back and forth. I got a total ball there of 10. I got a trapped in the corner there by the 6-2 ball. However, make something out of it. Yeah, hey, even if it's just a better position for himself. Oh, that path is there. Whether he sees that or not, I don't think he looks at the rail first. He doesn't see every bit of the ball, and then maybe it doesn't become a shot option. But you're right, going that rail first would usually get him over into this area.
Yeah, but he's also, even if he gets over there to those balls, and he has to play this ball into this pocket, try to hold an angle, play that ball there, and come down here, and then he still has to try to get to a good angle. Smart play. Very smart play. Instead of going for the crazy shots, he just played safe, opened up that pocket, and left Jim a tough shot. Smart. He probably wanted to hit that 4-ball a little forward to leave his left ball over here, but either way, it was a smart shot, and it opened up the pocket for the equal too, just in case. Jeff brought his thinking cap today, folks. Playing good, keeping the pressure on Jim.
Yeah, he's not letting up at all, which is exactly what you're not supposed to do. Friend or not, or regardless, keep your foot on the pedal and keep going forward.
Well, I think Jeff can shoot the 10 ball now.
Yeah, he definitely knows his shot. Since last game, he did the same thing. And so if that could go by their cleaner, they have to go real first. But, yeah, showed us he knows it.
Moved his 2 ball down into that spot.
So now, Jim's got a chance here. So the 6 ball, you don't want to slow roll this. You want to take that natural angle out this way and give yourself the 1 ball. Fortunately, it's soft. But he may bump this in, or I have a feeling he's going to leave the 5.
Yeah, I'd rather see him reach out here and try to pocket this 1 ball here, or play the 2-14 safely. But this is kind of a free shot here, and as long as he doesn't hammer it, he'll most likely leave it on in a decent spot. He'll probably take that pocket if it doesn't go. It's in desperation mode right now. He has to get this game.
Yeah. It's this game is big.
Oh, wow, he played safe. What a safety.
What a good roll that was. So, T-ball and the 14 are side by side in the opening there. And on this table, both those balls, the pockets are tight enough they do not fit in there. So they can't wedge.
Yeah.
So aside from grazing that 14 is sitting next to, maybe he's trying to aiming kind of like this to get a good hit. Otherwise, he's kicking.
I had myself in a spot just like this over in the Stonewear Invitational a couple weeks ago. But it was my opponent's ball. It was a bad ball that was sitting there. I couldn't touch or graze. But it was different for me. I actually put myself there. So, got a little saving grace there. 14, decided to kick the ball.
All right, here's another opportunity for Jim. However, that 2 ball is a problem right now. Jim managed to find the window between the 11 and the 12. So what do you do here with the 2 ball?
Myself, I would probably, I'd have to take a look, but I'd most likely just roll it in, combo the 14, and try to put the cue ball right on the backside of the 8.
So you're looking at playing safe versus this kind of thing?
Or the social save, but I wouldn't go that route. I would put the cue ball like right here.
Oh, just go one rail at it?
One rail is physical. And you don't even have to hit it hard. You literally just have to separate it into 2. Over the here, and then you count the 5 over 1 as your backup ball. So they didn't have to shut the 2. So that's more the direction I would go. I would just think that right now at the gym, stay in this fight, it gets the best chance to keep in control of the table.
Ball, shoot. They're going to shoot all the leave some 2 ball, untouched. Put himself in a very big pickle.
No, he's not. He just chose a different ball to break it up.
That. Wow.
Now he's got to play a combo.
He could have just started with ball in hand and did that shot.
Right.
Yeah, put up options. Because right now he's in the jam. He's looking at 2 by follow on the side.
Real quick, while Jim's eyeing this up, see there's a bunch of people streaming this. Let us know where you're watching from. We know the Smiths are on their couch. We know Marty's eating Cheetos or drinking a beer. I'm assuming you're at home there in Goldendale, Matt. Who else is out there? Lonnie's in Hawaii. This is doable. This 5 will go if he clips it. You know, Matt, when I first seen that, 'cause my eyes aren't the best, I thought I said Tickleton, not Pickleton. I was like, what kind of city you moved to, man? What's going on?
Tickleton, really?
That's some real elbow shit going on. I don't know.
You know, if there was a town called Tickleton and Matt lived there, that would make sense.
Well, in all fairness, for us guys, you can't see it. The chat is like a background shaded thing on the left hand side that's hard to read. So that's the first thing I got.
Well, I have it over here on my phone. I can see it clearly. That was funny.
Jeff made a really good shot there. He's got a long shot now. Here's how he's going to play it. Whether he's going to try to just hit it with like a low, like a draw stroke to try to stop it, or he's going to go forward, hit soft. Curious.
Good one, Jeff. Good one.
Right going forward. Put the 8 in a really bad spot. So now Jim has the 2-5 again, but he's going to need to figure something out to be able to get to that 8 ball. It banks, but he has to get down the bottom side of it to back fake it to this pocket here.
Hey, Matt, I got a question for you.
Oh, he hooked himself. That's just too bad. Made a good shot.
So that gal that came down during your match this last time, what's her cargo? She does play pool, right? I don't know if that was Grace's wife or girlfriend or Grace's what? But she seemed pretty interested in the BFS stuff, so I was kind of curious if she had an inkling to maybe do a match at some point.
I think if Jeff has the rail first on the 14, he has to shoot it right now. He doesn't want to try to work back to it. Or he could play, play it at the bottom side down here for it. Looks like he left himself a 3-ball combo here.
Yeah, that's definitely an interesting attack pattern here. I think I want to play 12 to the corner and roll down, kind of how you were suggesting. Well, Kelly, but you remember her name? I had that question. She was asking me different things about the PFS last time. She seems sort of maybe doing or maybe just some info. That's a pretty good combo there by Jeff, and he left himself a nice and thin cut. But it'll have natural shape if he makes it.
What's that movie called? Sing? Right? Sing? With the gorilla? Yeah. Either that or was it Zoolander? Something.
Oh, it was very thin, so thin that he ended up missing the ball together, and that gives Jim all in hand, so he should get this game. Now, to speed Jeff hit that, even if he didn't hit it, I don't know that would have had enough to travel that the distance. Okay, so this could be the turning of the tide here. I don't want to put the commentator curse on, so I'm not going to say anything. All right. Jim's on the board. We got action.
WEAVER. Yeah, I'll say it.
Do you know who I'm talking about, Matt? So Jim gets on the board. He's going to go over and bump the score over since he's still racking here. But this is rack and break. Okay. I wasn't sure if you knew who I was talking about. Yeah, I don't recall her name. I'm pretty sure I was told it, but my short-term memory is trash these days. So, all right. So the score has been updated. It's 1-5. It's Jim's break. And he really crushed your break there. Pocketed a ball. Looks like he made a solid. And the solids are laying out there really nice. I think he almost has to start with a 7-ball here. If you can see it, that would be the one to start with. You don't want to start with this combo right here because their tendency is to slow roll it, and that would lead to 2 traps right here. You don't want to do that. But if you can see, he can see the 7.
Did he shoot already?
Jim is starting to show his age. He crushed the break, made a ball, but then told his opponent, "Oh, I dry broke," and he walked over. He's talking to some of the people over here while Jeff was looking at his next shot. So, yeah, he's trying to set him up, trying to get a cheap ball in hand. I like it. He's not showing his age; he's showing his grit. So it looks like she's at 341, Richard.
Yeah, I see that. I'm sure we can find someone near that range if he's interested. Faster match. It wouldn't be like anything immediate, of course, because I have a list of players, but definitely can add her off the list. Ooh, that was a great shot.
So Jim overhit the ball into the corner, which made him have to shoot the three. He put a really good stroke on the three, but he left himself kind of funny here having to play combo. Doable though. Well, he didn't scratch. So that's good.
Yeah, he didn't scratch. He left it tough. But as you can see, folks, when you hit it soft like that, just like I said earlier, the two ball would rest right here, and it did exactly that. Text me your name, Matt, so I can do some research.
You really want to be there? Obviously.
Just got a little shot on the 11 ball. It kind of, coming at that angle, it kind of pushed it, slid it into the rail first. So he left Jim a shot on the 1 ball there, but man, that 4 and the 2 are in a bad spot. If the 2 goes, that's probably the shot he's going to take right now, but I don't know. Yeah, he's got two prop balls right there. Yeah, he tried to force that too. It wasn't an easy shot. Missed it. She got pretty fortunate though. I mean, Jeff's got some shots here, but Jeff's 10 ball is in a bad spot. So this will be a little bit of a game. It looks like he can shoot the 13. If he could shoot that 13, that'd be a good ball to start with right here. Jeff's going to eye it up right here. He's going to have a little bit of pressure on himself right here. Jeff hates to be on camera. And Rich grabbed the little camera that they have to take a good video and is standing over here videoing these guys for future little posts. So. But he makes a good shot there, makes the ball. Tough shot. I think the 9 ball would be the ball. He is tall though. He can reach this. If he can make this ball, he can probably get somewhere good. Like run into that 1 ball, leave himself on 15. Oh, he almost made the 8. Wow, that would have been unfortunate. Well, doesn't really leave Jim much. Jim could. You should play this 2-ball. Past this. Nah, I don't even know if that goes past there. It's in a bad spot here. He's probably going to have to shoot at the 1 and leave that 2-10 tied up. That was a good try. I was going to say, if I was him, I would try to. So I would try to shoot the 1, bank it like he did, but I'd try to draw off and flip this forward, move it into a better spot. Might have tried that, I'm not sure. He didn't leave Jeff much. It's one of those spots where Jeff can play the 14 to here, have the cue ball come off, and open that up. I'm not sure I would. It might be tough to get what you want out of that. I might consider banking this ball out of here a little bit and have the cue ball come off and stay behind the 9 ball right here for safety. But he's going to go for it. I'll fault him there. Yep. A thin cut. He just hit his center ball, which is fine. It pockets the ball, but hitting a center ball like that doesn't allow the cue ball, the English, to carry the cue ball this direction. So it just came straight off and came straight down table this way. You need to use some left English or even a little bit like low left to be able to get the spin down and bring that 10 ball. The problem is kind of like we'd seen earlier, he makes this combo right here, that's great, but no matter what he does, his 10 ball is tied up down here, and that's a problem. He's just getting all this stuff out of the way without opportunity with Puts 9 in a funny spot. The one saving grace, the left ball's in a good spot, and Jim did not have a shot.
Well, you definitely left Jim in a very tough position here. He doesn't have anything on the table that'll go anywhere. Can you hear me now? Well, yeah, all the balls are in terrible spots. So Jim is looking to kick. Oh no! He went off Kelly Smith. You know, when things are not going your way, everything goes against you. Oh, unfortunately for Jim, that puts Jeff on the hill. And that's game, going into game 7, so that will be Jim's rack break. Jim was the last.
It should be Jeff's break. So it's going to be 6-1 now. So it should be Jeff's break. There you go. Yeah, and that's unfortunate there. It's one of those things about these matches that tend to bring those kinds of things out when people are not getting the role or struggling on something like that. They ultimately end up pulling in Kelly Smith, making 8 ball. Just bad.
I see Barney in the chat there asking what's going on here. This is the BFS match between Jim and Jeff. Been advertised on BFS Facebook page and everywhere the last couple of days. And Matt, there's not a ton of people here, but everybody here is here for this match, including the Mees. They are here. The score is 6-1, Jeff. That early 8 was a definite heartbreaker for Jim, and he's already fighting hard to try to stay in this match, and then that happens, put Jeff on the hill. That's just a heartbreaker. And for those that are unaware, I said he pulled a Kelly Smith because Kelly has done that a few times in his matches. He definitely likes the early 8. So if Jeff gets this game, then this race is over and it's a commanding victory, which when you play for bragging rights as your most important thing, then that's big. Not only did you win, but you won by a lot. He tries to squeeze a 5 in there, and like I said, these deep shell pockets, man, if you touch a point or a rail, the tendency is for them to hang. So basically, Jim will come to the table with, I believe that's 15 sitting right here, but then it is dead straight, so not a whole lot of action you can take here, but definitely needs to shoot it. Maybe try to force a draw shot in there as best you can. There might be a slight angle, and if that's the case, then you could go forward like this and out. Let's see what we got here. Pretty good. Stun it over. We got action on both of those balls. But he's definitely in a position where you can't give Jeff any more chances. That was a great shot. And believe it or not, that 13 passes through here. So he basically needs to cut that and just pull it back a little bit, either go directly into this or come in like this and get at it. Either way, it needs to happen. Oh, he definitely made the attempt, but I think the tendency is to move your head because you want to see the result versus just popping the ball and just knowing you're sending your cue ball that way. So David Martin just texted me, am I reading that score right? Because we have a bet, and I cannot seem to win a bet with Dave. Oh, he does take my 20s. And yes, you're reading it correctly, David. Rodney says, I'm kind of glad I was late for the last match also because my pick would have been Pete and would have probably lost a couple of bucks. Well, I bet on Pete also. And I lost 20 on that one. But, I can't be mad because I already made a good fight. Made it a good match, made it exciting. Made it very entertaining. So I guess I'll be okay. I'm going to have to be, right? So Jeff rolls the 6 ball in. Came up a little shorter than he wanted to. He wanted to play shape with that 1 in the corner. But the angle he does have, he can shoot this way and sort of drift over like this for the 3. 7 goes here, so I'm saying, hey, but the 3 doesn't pass the 14. So just popping that, just stunning over here into this area for 3 is pretty optimal. We'll see what he sees. He ended up going forward on it versus a stun shot. Yeah, Rodney, I agree. It was a really good match. We've had a few of those. Some tight matches that are hard fought. That's kind of what you want to see. You don't want to see a blowout because, we're all friends here. But sometimes things happen. but that's why we play the game, because no matter how even the ranking might be, you still got to play the game. So it's how he performs today. Jeff has actually been playing really well. Can't take anything from him.
Yeah, these BFS matches, they can be tough. I mean, I've played in 2 of them. I think I played in one a long time ago. It wasn't, I don't remember how it was set up, but I went in that. And then I played in 2 over the last couple of years. One of them, I played stronger. My opponent played stronger. And then another one, I didn't play very well at all. Just some bad timing for me. And in both those matches, my opponents both shot really good. Sometimes, that's all you can do. They don't come easy. You got to play them for a reason.
I definitely want to do some different formats of these, whether it be a Scotch triples one or maybe even a 4 or 5 player team one, something, just to kind of mix it up so it's not just singles all the time. The Scotch triples with Matt Mitchell's team, if they won the team division they were in Lake City.
Oh yeah. So what Fargo range? Is
That's
it?
a good one. People would want to watch that.
Yeah, what Fargo range are they?
I want to say that was silver. Correct me if I'm wrong. That team division, I don't know if you guys run over there in Lake City. That's a tinfoil division.
I remember watching 1 or 2 of their matches down there, and they played good. They all 3. It was fun to watch, because they were all 3 playing good, fighting for it. Matt, gotta give you props. He played pretty good too, man. Those team events, no matter what division you're in, they're never easy to win. You guys did. Shot good. 1296, so around 1300. 3-way. So 430 average, 433 average.
Yeah, I like what you said about winning a team division. It's no matter the division, it's not easy to win. Or anyone, but we can experience it. Have you won? I have 2 team division wins.
I've had second a couple times. I've had myself, Kelly Smith, and Chelsea took third in the nation.
PCA. Oh, yeah, I know. I'm reminded of that. I came up the night we were talking about Vegas. Yeah, I remember.
There was a lot of pool play. And you were there for a lot of those matches. You've seen a lot of them. Pretty good matches there.
Yeah, there were some definitely good matches. Even in our 8-ball squad. Chelsea really stepped up for us on the 8-ball, and then Kelly really stepped up for you guys with the 9-ball.
Yeah, for sure.
You definitely pulled the weight there. Well, I'd seen that before for him because in our Platinum team final against Lonnie's team, Kelly actually did quite well that entire tournament.
Yeah,
Just for the win, folks. Oh, there it is. All right, let me do the old cash register. And some applause here. Josh, step off here if you want to do the sign off, please.
Yeah, both guys kept fighting hard. This is one of those matches that, things weren't going Jim's way, things were going Jeff's way, but at the same time, some of that's deserved, some of it, Jeff was shooting good. Jeff was shooting really good patterns. He was playing methodical pool and kind of, sometimes when things are going your way, it's because you're making them go your way. That's how pool is, And sometimes when you're struggling, you're just struggling. It seems like there's nothing you do right. But if these guys played again, the match would be a lot closer than this. Sometimes the score doesn't represent the players themselves. So hats off to these guys. Great shooting, good match. Jeff's got the bragging rights for sure this time. So yep, we're done. See you guys next time. Thanks, guys.